have the house all to myself. Everybody went to work this morning, and it's like quiet. All right, so I got my divider page up yesterday, and today we are working on December 1st. I actually have December 1st figured out and December 2nd figured out and December 3rd figured out. So I should be able to get rolling here. But my plan for today on this page is I want to do, if I can find a picture, I'll insert it here. But what I want to do is a pocket page inspired type page. And what it was is, I've seen them in the December dailies where they're like one page with a whole bunch of 2x2 boxes. And so what I want to do is do something like that on here, but not with the plastic page, obviously. So the day that December 1st, I'm going to basically we went Christmas light shopping. We just went and looked at Christmas lights, and so I took a bunch of pictures from that. And so what I figured is that I'm just going to lay out the pictures, and then I also printed out a map that we kind of followed in my journaling, and then I want to just use up bits and pieces in between, so it'd be like the pockets are getting filled. So it sounds really good in my head. So anyways, I have these photos, and I kind of have a plan figured out, so we'll see how that goes. But this is the map that I want to use, and so it's going to go something like this, because I have little tchotchke things to put in the open spots. So what I'm going to use is my Simple Stories, what is this one called? Holly Jolly collection. I got some of that, and I have my stash. And then I also cut apart some pages out of this Safe Freeze from Michaels. And so I'm gonna use parts of that. And I don't know if this is too much glare. I don't know how to get the glare off. Is that too dark? We'll try that. That's a little better. There's still a glare over here, but that's a little better. Okay, so let's start with, I'm going to turn this into a pocket. And what I did is I printed out my journaling on just a basic piece of paper. And what I want to do is I have a little tag that I want to make this into a pullout to go behind my map. So I already put the tape. I'm trying to make these a little bit shorter so that I can get caught up. Plus, I don't think y'all need to hear me rambling forever on it. We had the best time. I wish I could. I'll try to insert some of these photos a little bigger. I mean, I don't want it to be like watching, family vacation photos. But it was just a lot of fun. We filled the truck full of snacks and blankets and all that kind of stuff, and then we just followed around the map till we hit as many as we could, and it took us a couple hours. And I'd been to places in Billings that I didn't even know. I live in Billings, Montana, in case anybody wants to know. But I didn't even know that half the places existed. We went to this one place called Whoville, and I'd never seen anything like it. The decorations were nice, but what was amazing was the houses I'd never seen in, normally the newer neighborhoods that we have here, they all look alike. Every single house, it's like the exact same house. They just flip the floor plan back and forth. But this one had dozens of different kinds of styles of houses, and I had just never seen anything like it. And I told Dale, I said, I want to retire here. I love it. It was just an amazing place, and I loved it. I want to go back and I want to live there. But all I'm doing is just, I cut a tab shape out, and so I just want to, I'm just going to put it here, fold it around, and that way it makes it so that I can, oh, and then I put it upside down. No, I didn't. It doesn't matter. Well, that's how it's going on because I just glued it down. But anyway, so then it just sticks into the pocket just like that. It'll go. It'll go. I made it fit. There we go. It's supposed to be tight, so it's it's okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted something there or not, so I haven't decided on that part. But I think I may just I may just leave it. But we'll see. We'll see what, if it bugs me or not. I don't think it will though. All right, so let's, yeah, so that's the plan. So let's just adhere down these photos because they're not going anywhere. But do you guys go out and look for Christmas lights? Do you have something in your town that sets up like a map or anything? It was really cool. We've got this one lady that she's just awesome. I mean, she has a Facebook page and she has a Google map and she has a printout and she has all kinds of stuff that help you find where all the lights are in the city. And so that's kind of cool. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We had a good time. It's probably one of the last times that Josh will be with us. I mean, he was a very good sport, and but you could tell it was like, all right, I love you, I'm doing this, but I don't want to go. But he was a really good sport, and so, but it probably is the last time. Okay, so on this one, I have this paperclip bow thing that came in the collection, and I'm gonna just slip it maybe right onto this picture. And you can't see in the picture, but it's Christmas Wreath Lane is what it says. And then you drive down this one street, and it's been going for like 50 years, something like that. And so, yeah. So that's a must-see. But yeah, so I said, we're going to go. And then we came home and had pumpkin pie, because I never got pumpkin pie made on Thanksgiving. I had all the stuff, but I just didn't get it done. And so we came home to pumpkin pie and whipped cream and all of that good stuff. And it was a lot of fun. But anyways, you kind of get the gist of what I'm going for here, right? Granted, they're not in straight lines, but it's using the idea. It's not a copy, if you will. And so what I did was I took the dies, the letter dies, and I cut them out of some of the paper, this paper here, that again came out of this recollections page. A lot of this is cut out of that, actually. It's a really cute paper pad. I regret not getting the 12 by 12, but I need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I just regret not getting it, but I don't need it. All right, so my thought is that I have all these letters and I have this tree from the Simple Story set. So I'm going to kind of make a little thing here. And I thought I could use the tree as the background. And then I should have put sticker paper on the back of these, but I can't seem to get my brain together, so it is the reason I bought the sticky tape, but yeah, no, there's not a whole lot of thinking going on there. So I'm just going to kind of, and I want the one to go there. But that was pretty much all. That's our Christmas thing. That's all we did. That's all we planned to do. We haven't done Christmas in quite a few years, since, I don't know, Santa Claus lives down the street from us. He's retired. He has since retired from Santa Clausing, but he and his daughter, she was the elf, they used to go and visit the kids at the hospital on Christmas Eve and take toys and stuff. And every year from the time Joshua was like 2 years old to till he was 10, Santa Claus would stop by on the way to pick up his reindeer, because he was always in his truck. And so the story is that he was on his way to pick up his reindeer, but he wanted to drop off Joshua a special gift. So he just, he would just stop in, and it was always the highlight of, he'd always bring him just some little gift and nothing big, which was awesome. And it was just, what a memory. And so every year until he was 10, Santa Claus stopped by. And then when he was 10, we worked it out so that there was this conversation that basically, now that Joshua was 10, he was a big boy, and that in order for other little kids to enjoy Santa Claus one-on-one like he was, that it would be really nice if he would be okay with just Santa Claus coming to his house at night when he was asleep, and visiting the other little kids in the, when he was, basically, we were trying to, make it seem like Joshua was doing Santa this huge favor for him not stopping by anymore, because there were other kids that needed to see him now too. And so it was just a perfect transition, and in the whole thing. And I know 10-year-olds aren't supposed to, by now, in today's society, 10-year-olds don't believe in Santa, but it all worked out, and it's a great memory. Okay, so anyways, that's story time. I cut these 2 tags out of the recollections paper, poked a hole in it. What I want to do is I want to thread some of this twine, baling, whatever they call it, twine through it. And I have these large, even a blind person can feed them, needles. So I'm going to try to put it through the I thought that might help me get it through the hole. So I figured I'd do red on the green and green on the red, because, yeah, that's how I fly. And so but did you have memories like that with your kids? He's 20 now, and I know he gets it that Santa doesn't live, you know, he's still to this day, to my knowledge, does not know that Santa lived down the street from us. But what was always really cool about it was that every year we have a company that owns a helicopter company, and every year for, oh gosh, generations, they designed this thing that they tow with this Huey helicopter, and I can't get this undone. And so if you look up at every Christmas Eve, if you look up in the sky, you see Santa Claus and his reindeer flying over the city. And so what always made it so perfect was that Santa Claus would stop by here, give him his first little gift, you know, just the Christmas Eve gift. And then he was on his way to pick up the reindeer. So after Santa Claus would leave the house, we would then, he always had great timing. We would then, about an hour later, you go outside, because about an hour later Santa Claus flew over, and the story always was, see, he got his reindeer, and you could there goes Santa to deliver presents and that kind of stuff. And so it always just worked out. And
it's 9:15.
It's 9:15. And to be honest, we still go out every Christmas Eve and get all excited for Santa Claus to fly over. It's really a great tradition, and I hope they keep doing it in Billings. He's it's passed down to one of the kids now, and sadly that also means that they don't really do a great job of flying over anymore. And so they used to go back and forth across the city and that kind of stuff, and now they kind of, I don't know, shortcut it. But whatever. You can still see them. It's not like it used to be. But I guess nothing really is anymore. So this is what my plan is to put these two tags here. But it's a great memory, and it's one I will tell his children, and that he will probably tell them too. And Santa Claus used to stop at our house, and I have pictures of him with Santa Claus on our couch and the elf, and yeah, so, but he retired, and I think he retired about the time his daughter had a little kid of their own, and it's really hard for Grandpa to be Santa Claus, I would assume. So, but I sent a goodie thing down with a heartfelt card the last year, with a whole "you cannot believe how much you affected our lives" letter, and because we were so grateful. It was just wonderful. All right, so my thought is to put the word magical across it, and then one of the word stickers said lights, and so I'm gonna just put this like that. And so that's that side. But that's my little Christmas story. And then we did Christmas until he was 18. We had countdown bags and goodies and all kinds of stuff like that. And then at 18, that was it. I asked him, I said, what do you want to do for Christmas? And he was like, I've had good Christmases, but I think we're done. And I was like, okay. And so that's good, because after a while it gets really hard to fill the countdown bags and stuff, because they're just this little bag that's, I don't know, 3x4, whatever. for older kids other than money, and money really wasn't, he didn't really care. And so, yeah. But, all right, so I cut this little truck out of another piece of that Recollections paper. And then I found at the back of the book, it had, I didn't need to do that. It had a truck to cut apart. My bad. But it doesn't matter. They have 2 of each sheet, so I wouldn't have used them anyways. But what I did is then I cut out of the back of this sheet some of the presents so that I could fill in the thing, because I was going to put like Joy there, but I decided to put it here. And I got to move this down just a smidge. Yeah, so we're going to put it something like that. And I am going to take some of the layers off of that Joy, because as much as I don't mind it thick, their chipboard is just, it's thick. So, all right, so I love this little, and I wanted to just make it like he was hauling the haul of presents. You know, there was no fluffing around. We filled that truck. But yeah, we don't really do Christmas anymore. We don't put up a tree or anything like that. To be honest, I don't have room for a tree anymore. And so that's okay. I'm trying to find a wreath that I like, because I do have a place I could hang a wreath, and so I am going to try to find that. Maybe when they go on clearance, because they're expensive. And all right, so there's that. And then I thought I would just put the Joy. I don't know. I don't like it now. That's the way it always goes, right? Do I have a word on this word sticker? No, see, that Joy is even bigger. But, let's see what we got here. These are too big. I wonder if I could tuck it behind. Oh, I could tuck it behind. That'll work. Okay, hold on. Put these back. But yeah, I'm just gonna somehow split this. I usually just stick something that'll go in there. And then you just pull it apart. But we always did, it was always just the 3 of us. And so I tried to make Christmas crazy, and we did. We went all out. The tree, he had the proverbial pile underneath the tree, and you know, single child, so you can kind of go nuts. And so we always did. Yeah, see, I like that. Somehow here. It's probably too much, but no, I still don't like it. All right, well, what can I put there? Wonder. Oh, see, I could have used that sticker. I could still put it on the map. We're gonna do that. Yeah, I like that. Because it's too big for this. See, I have just too much stuff. Oh, here, I could use this joy. That would work. Yep. Yep, I like that better. All right, executive decision. That's happening there. See what else is in here. I wish they had provided some of those that were blank. That would have been nice. I like that. Oh, I can't see. There we go. Yep, I like that. All right, so I think that wraps that up. I have the journaling inside the pocket, which I apparently have to fix. What happened here? Oh, I know. I need to glue that down better. All right, so the journaling goes in there, and I'll fix that later. It's going to need some glue, I think. So the journaling goes in there. Let's get this out of the way. And then we have that. Yeah, so I think I just need to fix. Can't always be perfect, right? Just make it smaller. Ta-da! Problem solved. All right, so that's what I got. So that's December 1st. Thank you for listening to my Christmas story. I'd love to know about your Christmas stories down below. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video for December 2nd. So have a great one. Bye. Okay, so I thought, because I get asked all the time what my craft space looks like, I'd give you a sort of kind of peek at it. This is my desk where all the magic happens. But this is my craft space. These tables are from Harbor Freight and I love them. They roll, they're heavy, they're great, and I put a top on it. I have storage underneath, there's drawers, but I don't use them on this table. And then there's my little monitor that I use in the sewing machine. And if you go up there, you go to my kitchen. And then, oh, I'm trying to turn the iPad on so you can see that my iPad's hooked to it. And then this is where I do the bulk of my crafting, is right here. And then I have a table behind it. This is the same table that's underneath my other space. That is where I put everything out, and where I have my, ignore the mess on my couch. I didn't say it was a clean tour. And then this is my everything goes on it shelf. And yeah. And then if you come over here, this is the rolly rack that some of you probably know about. I got it this year at Sam's Club. I love it so much. And it rolls so easy. I just love it so much, and it fits just perfect in this little cubby. Hold on, one-handed. I got it. Hold on, I got it. Okay, and then behind that is my punches and all my washi tape and stuff. So here's a couple stills. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.